Hi, it's Tracy from Purple Cats Quilting. Welcome to the sewing room tonight. We're going to talk about making Lynn's zipper pouch. Lynn's zipper pouch technique. A few weeks ago I was at a bag retreat and my friend Lynn showed me how to make these cute little zipper bags, and I just fell in love with the process. It uses little bits of scrap, 4x6 piece of fabric for both sides on the outside and on the lining. I started making some little kits and everybody was just so excited about them, and they asked me to just show them a quick video on how to put it together. So when you buy a kit from Purple Cats Quilting, you'll get the fabric pre-cut, the outside fabric, 4x6 with EB Fused medium on it. Then you get lining fabric. You get a brief summary of the instructions. You get the zipper tabs, a beautiful zipper pull, and a piece of zipper. So the first step in the process is to put the zipper ends on your zipper, and it looks like that. And we use a 1.5 inch by 2 inch piece of fabric, and we're going to use the 4-fold technique. So we press it with our iron in half, press into the fold on both sides, press down, and it just makes a little 4-fold technique like that. Then we're going to take our glue stick and we're going to apply it to the ends of our zipper. The first thing you need to do is to put your zipper pull on your zipper. So I'm using Purple Cats Quilting zipper pulls. And you just feed that on the left side, and you turn and you take the right side, you come in from the side and pull it on. Then we're going to trim our zippers to 5 inches. Because our bag is 6 inches wide, we trim to 5. So if you're going to make any bag, you can use the same technique. I made this beautiful vinyl pouch with some pretty fabric that my friend Tara gave me, and I just made sure that my completed zipper, finished zipper, is at least 1 inch shorter than the width of the bag. So that just leaves an edge to turn. So I'm going to trim my zipper down to 5 inches. Then we have to seal our zipper tape, and that's using a heat method. And that just secures the end. They don't fray, they don't pull out. It locks the zipper teeth with that heat. Then we take that 4-fold that we just made, and I'll use a glue stick. I find a glue stick really makes it a lot easier. I just use one of these little glue sticks. Any kind of glue stick will work. And we apply it to the end. We fold over the end, just like that, and then we top stitch down. So we apply that zipper end to both ends, top stitch it down. We're going to have a completed zipper, 5 inches long, that looks just like that. So then the next step, I include labels in all of our kits. I like to put the label, I like to sew it onto the outside before I sew the bag together, because lots of times if I don't do that, I get to the end of the bag and I look down and there's my label laying on the table beside me. So I just basted on to the outside. Obviously I basted it on here. Or you could put it on the inside. Some of our labels are meant to go right onto the back. Just stitch them down on either side. So then the next step is you're going to need some 2-sided adhesive tape here. So I have 5 inch pre-cut, and I take the front panel of my bag and I place that 2-sided tape on there, just like that. And you peel off the paper, and it's got a really good adhesive to it. Then I'm going to take my zipper pull, my zipper, and I'm going to have my zipper pull on the left when I attach it to my front, and I'm going to put it right sides together, face down on my front. Now I could go baste it, or I could use the really pretty shiny rainbow clips to clip it. Then I'm going to take a lining fabric, right side down, clip that into place. Then I go over to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch it down. So I'm going to stitch on a number 5 zipper, which is what I use most of the time. I use just over about a 3/8 inch seam. On a number 3 zipper, I use a 1/4 inch seam. So you're going to sew along there, being careful to keep that zipper pull out of the way. What I do partway down is I do needle down position. I lift my presser foot, move the zipper pull past, put the presser foot down, and continue sewing. So that's as easy as it is for putting in that zipper. It's very, very easy because it's flat. You're not fitting it into anywhere. Now you're going to go over to your pressing station. You're going to very carefully press the seams away from the zipper, the front and the back, and carefully, because remember what heat does to that zipper, we don't want to melt our zipper teeth. Then we're going to top stitch it flat, and I'll show you what that looks like. So you can finger press, you can press with the machine. Make sure you pull away the lining of the zipper so that when you top stitch it down, you've got the lining pulled away from the zipper. If you've ever bought a garment where when you're doing the zipper, the fabric underneath gets caught, that's because they haven't top stitched it or they haven't pulled it down. So I do that on both sides. I'm going to apply, that's the front of my bag. I'm going to apply the back of my bag, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to sew it together. Okay, so I've attached the front and the back zipper to the zipper. Then I've top stitched both sides. Now I'm going to sew it up. So that's very, very simple. Right sides together. We match up the sides. And what I like to do is sew down one side, then the other, and then the base at the front. We leave the lining bottom open because that's how we're going to close the bag up completely. So that's why we left this 1/2 inch on either side, so that we can do a 1/4 inch seam down the sides, matching up the edge. Both sides. And I love making these bags. I know people say they have fabric laying around in their room, and you only need a 4 by 6, so 4 inches deep by 6 inches wide piece of fabric for the front and the back. I like to fussy cut. I always try and get one of my pretty animals centered, at least on the front. But I went and pulled out these winter bird fabric just yesterday, and I've been making so many little bags like this, and I like to give them as gifts. Look at this beautiful rabbit here, Tulip Pink Besties. A gift card fits in it just perfect. A little treat maybe for a friend. If you're going somewhere and you want a quick gift. So we're just sewing down both sides, 1/4 inch seam. I'm just using my knee bar. I don't have it on because of the table, so it's a little bit different way of sewing standing up. It's not too bad actually. I love that you can make this bag any size just by adjusting the length of your zipper. So just remember, the length of your zipper will be 1 inch shorter than the width of your bag. So you always want to leave your zipper open when you're doing that, because that's how we turn. You can clip the corners at the bottom to get a nice finish on those corners. Just clip them at an angle like that. And then there's a few different tools you can use for turning. So we just pull the bag through and push out our corners really good. Next time you go for takeout Chinese food, you could get one of the wooden chopsticks and put it in your sewing room. This is a Glam Rainbow Shiny chopstick. It's great for pushing out corners. You don't want anything too pokey because it could poke a hole right through that seam, cut your fabric. That's why this rounded one, or those purple things that everybody has in their room, they work really good too. You open out that seam, and then what we're going to do is we're going to sew our lining shut. And the way that we do that is we fold under a 1/4 inch seam, we press it, and we sew it shut. And when I come back with the next step, we'll show you it all finished. Okay, so I've sewn the bottom closed by folding it over and top stitching it. Then we put the lining into the bag. Got my beautiful label on the side. Got my pull there. And then the last and one of the most important steps in making any bag is to press it. One nice final press. It just makes your project look so professional, so finished. My friend Tara Sinclair taught me that. I like to put a little bit of pressing solution on. I love these little mini irons, little mini travel irons. They get really hot, instant hot. And again, I'm going to be very careful when I press over that zipper. I actually like to put a piece of fabric over it. I've got a piece of lining here. Just as I press, just very quickly, get the top shape done really nice. It just really makes a difference. So there's my quick little bag. Once you have it cut out, they maybe take 10 minutes to sew. It's nice to make a stack of them just to sit by your sewing machine. You get them all cut out, ready to go. My friend Lynn calls it a palette cleanser. Thanks so much to Lynn Vanu for sharing this gift of making this cute little bag. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. Like, share, and comment. Purple Cats Quilting. We have a website, Facebook and Instagram page. Have a great day.